Hey, what's happening you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. So today I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinion on Dragon Ball Kakarot. Of course, I saw the nostalgia trailer that they released a couple of days ago. I thought it was pretty cool. And they did the same thing, not the same company obviously, but there was obviously another trailer similar to that with Pokemon where they showed us how the fans who grew up with Pokemon now have moved on to having day jobs and all that stuff, and the next generation is now taking over the mantle of Dragon Ball fanboys, whatever. I thought the trailer was fine, but what it really made me think about when it comes to Dragon Ball Kakarot, because I have been following this game very casually, but I haven't really, delved too much into it. But what I had, the sentiment that I had a couple of weeks ago still stands today, and that is a lot of people are buying this game just to see how CC2 is going to be reimagining all the classic scenes from Dragon Ball history. From the Cell versus Gohan, Vegeta versus Majin Buu, Goku versus Kid Buu. That's all we're pretty much going for this game. No one actually, when you really think about it, no one is hyping up or talking about the gameplay. Like, no one's purchasing Dragon Ball Kakarot for the actual gameplay. People are just buying it just to see how CC2 is going to be reimagining the cutscenes. And to make matters even more interesting, Bandai Namco are just posting the clips on YouTube, and you would think that maybe all the epic scenes. I know here's the argument I've seen a lot of people are making is that you've seen Dragon Ball hundreds of times. Every single game has retold the story back to back to back. It shouldn't even be a surprise to you if you see those clips on YouTube. And obviously a lot of people are making the argument that, but you know what, this is a new version of telling the story, a new reimagining, and this is obviously CC2 adding their own flair to it, so it has that nice epic vibe to it. But at the same time is that no one's hyping this game up for the gameplay. I've yet to see anyone actually genuinely talk about the gameplay mechanics, the control intuitive, or just essentially the types of combos that you're going to be able to do, or just anything, like literally anything. I've been following a bunch of Dragon Ball YouTubers, just listening to their opinions about the game, and it's mostly the same. They're just looking forward to seeing how CC2 is going to be visually represent the game for the most part, and it's like, okay, so that means that, because realistically, if you're really only looking forward to just seeing the cutscenes, you just have to watch them on YouTube. So what is the premise? I feel like a lot of people are really hung up on this nostalgia trip, that they're not realizing that they're about to spend 60. Like, here's the thing, the game looks amazing, but that's about it. That's all I can say about Dragon Ball Kakarot, and that's actually all many people have been saying. They've all just been saying that the game looks amazing, but it's only visually amazing. They're not saying that the gameplay is amazing. They're not saying that what you can do in the game looks amazing. Everything that you can do in the game literally looks super, I guess, bland for the most part. Yes, you can customize your character by, obviously adding certain attributes. Yes, you can do all this and this and that, but for the most part, it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball, obviously, but I still don't have the incentive to purchase Dragon Ball Kakarot, and it's an actual shame, because this game looks amazing. It looks amazing, but that's all it has going for it. Even if they drop that nostalgia trailer trying to remind me that now I've grown up and now I'm obviously, it's been years since I've seen Dragon Ball and have all these good memories with Dragon Ball, but at the same time, that's still not gonna make me purchase the game. That's still not gonna make me go out of my way to pay €60 for a game that the gameplay kind of looks low-key repetitive. Low-key repetitive. I mean, it's great that you can play with all these other characters, like obviously Vegeta, Gohan, Vegito, Piccolo, maybe Krillin, and all that stuff. But it's like, and obviously there's also that selling point that they're going to be showing you some new aspects of the Dragon Ball history that we haven't seen in the manga or in the anime. But at the same time, just how much of that is going to be new? Like, is it going to be like let's say a little bit of situations where you get to fight characters that well, you get to see characters fight that didn't fight in the anime or in the manga. Let's say Goku brings back Cell and he fights him again, this time without the bullshit of him giving him a sensu beam. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, the thing is that with Dragon Ball Kakarot, it's actually very difficult to, I guess, shit on it, because there's nothing to shit on per se. It's just, it looks great, but on a fundamental level, on a gameplay level, on a core mechanic level, it doesn't seem to offer much in the sense of something that's warranted to go and purchase the game. Because we've seen the story of Dragon Ball, and that's the one thing I was really kind of adamant about when I first saw Dragon Ball Kakarot, is that we are retelling the story again. And it's like, yeah, Dragon Ball is amazing, but just how many times do we have to see the story? Do you know what I mean? That's why I really was vibing with Xenoverse, because it took the IP and went a different direction and opened up a gateway for more interesting and unique stories that you can tell with the Dragon Ball IP. Whereas Kakarot, I get it, we get to relive all the epic moments, watch Goku go from adolescent to full-grown adult and all that stuff, but like, we're only purchasing this game. Be real with, like, ask yourself, why are you buying Dragon Ball Kakarot? Like, an honest to God question, just ask yourself this: why are you buying Dragon Ball Kakarot? You're not buying it for the gameplay, that's for sure. You're not buying it for, I guess, the customization, like the RPG aspect of it. It looks bare minimum, at least. You're only buying it to see the cutscenes, and if that's the case, you can just watch them on YouTube. Do you see what I'm getting at? There's no difference in you playing it to get to the cutscenes and you watching it on YouTube to see that exact same cutscene unfold. Because that's all we're purchasing this game for the most part. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of similar with Naruto. See, the Naruto Storm series had its uniqueness to it, is that it was ahead of the anime. So a lot of people had more incentive to actually pick up the game to see the story that they wouldn't have seen in the anime. And it also had multiplayer. It was a PvP type of game, so it had merits to want to go and pick up the game. When this one here, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, because I guess I've been on a different mindset. I've been on this whole, I am gonna be critically analyzing every anime game that's coming out. That's gonna be my new vibe in 2020. Like, a lot of anime YouTubers, they don't really be criticizing a lot. They don't really just be saying what needs to be said. So, and I know sometimes you'll end up coming off as this, hater, or someone who just wants to hate on things, but it's not the case. I asked myself that question: why am I buying Dragon Ball Kakarot? Why would I even want to buy it? And the only thing that came to my mind is that I want to see the cutscene. The gameplay doesn't look enticing to me. The flying mechanic doesn't look that interesting to me, and the fighting seems like it's gonna be fun in the first an hour, and then it's gonna be probably tedious. Like, it's gonna feel like, here's what's gonna happen. If I were to buy Dragon Ball Kakarot, what's gonna happen is that the first hour, maybe 2 hours, I'll be lenient. Maybe 2 hours, it'll be fun to fly around and see the world of Dragon Ball. Then I'll do some fight scenes with the mobs and all that stuff. And then after the 2 hours, I can see it becoming repetitive. I can see it becoming an annoyance. I can see me trying to fight past the mobs just to get to the cutscenes, because that's the only reason why I'm actually playing it. If I want to see the unique storylines, like I said, YouTube. I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you not to purchase the game. I feel like the game, if you can get your enjoyment out of just repetitive gameplay without any actual progression, I don't know. I think the only progression that you're going to be getting for this game is that you'll have Goku unlock Super Saiyan, maybe Kaioken, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, maybe seeing Vegeta unlocking Super Saiyan, and then maybe Gohan unlocking Super Saiyan, and obviously, I guess maybe the aspects of going to new worlds that you wouldn't have gotten into. I don't know. It's a different time. I really don't understand why Bandai Namco is actually showing the cutscene. That would have helped them, I guess. There has to be something else. Like, they're really out here just showing you the cutscenes. That would have probably been a lot more better if they hadn't used those cutscenes. It's unless like I said before, and I think I said this in my previous video, the only other motive to purchase this game, I guess, would be the potential DLCs that they may offer, like maybe Battle of Gods DLC, Resurrection of Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F is still part of the Dragon Ball Z saga. Despite how you may think that Beerus and Whis showing up is super, no, it's still Dragon Ball Z. So if they have those two storylines in the game, then maybe that might be an incentive to buy it. But if the game ends at Kid Buu being destroyed, and then maybe showing you a little bit of what happens after Kid Buu and all that stuff, then it's like, I don't know. Like the lineup of anime games just hasn't been amazing for the most part. But then that's just my thoughts and opinion on it. So that's why I'm kind of just making this video. I just want to ask, why are you buying the game? What is the reason for you to purchase the game? Because after that nostalgia trailer, I realized, oh shit, I'm only buying this game for nostalgia. I'm only buying this game for just the nostalgia. There's nothing inherently making me want to buy this game that's gonna tell me, yo, I'm gonna be experiencing a brand new Dragon Ball game. Like, the story is unique, the combat might be unique. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.